The new channel. The new channel. Hashtag TNC Now.
The views, opinions, and insights expressed in the following shows are those of the host, producers, guests, and viewers. They do not necessarily reflect the position of the channel. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hello and welcome to the new channel. Our passion transforms a community that sees all things new. My name is Faith Abaño and I'm streaming from Quezon City. You're watching part 2 of the Philippine Marketing Association on TNC Express. Hello once again, my name is Faith Abaño and I am with the Philippine Marketing Association. I am the Immediate Past President and also working and managing our business, Celestial Media Services Incorporated. And we thank you for being with us today. This is our second part of a 3-part series on the Philippine Marketing Association and this particular footprint that we leave in the industry. What we would like you to find out from here is what value that you can get from our events. Yesterday, we were able to talk to 2 of the leadership of the Philippine Marketing Association, and that is Ms. Pinky Yee, who headed the association in 2016, and Ms. Gwen Albarazan, who headed the association in 2012. Today, you will meet 2 gentlemen who are also pillars in the association. If you are a business person, if you are an entrepreneur involved in business, or you would like to get into a business and like to be an entrepreneur, then this show and this episode is for you. Let us meet our guests right now. First up, we have the current president of the Philippine Marketing Association, and he is also the executive vice president of the Philstar Media Group. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Lucien Dy Tioco. Lucien, you're on mute.
Automatic. Good afternoon, everyone. Pleased to be here in the show. I'm glad to be part of the live show for this afternoon.
We're very excited. We're very excited for you to tell us, well, first of all, how has it been with your presidency given the pandemic and, this particular event that we are bringing to the industry? So hang on tight. We'll get back to you. Let's introduce our second guest. He is the head of programs for our conference, the Reimagineering the Future of Marketing Conference, which happens on January 18 to 20. Also the COO of X-Link Events, Mr. Orly Ballesteros.
Hello, good afternoon, and honored to be with my 2 Philippine Marketing Association presidents, diba? So I'm honored just to be with you guys. So maraming salamat for having me.
Maraming salamat, Orly, at napaka-pivotal din ng role mo, no, in this big event that we are talking about. Okay, so we've been talking about this big event. Big event ako ng big event. Let's go down to this, no? what is this big event that we are talking about, and why is it big? Why is it important? What will it give to those who are listening to us and watching us right now? Let's ask Lucien, being the president, the pandemic president. Come on, Lucien.
Yes, I've been the pandemic president because I've been president for the past 2 years. But anyway, talking about your question, the big event, of course, is that the Philippine Marketing Association has been pushing for every year is the National Marketing Conference. Why is it big? Because everyone we've invited in the industry to speak, not only here in the Philippines but also in other parts of the globe. And it's really all the teachings or the learnings that we'd want to promote are culminates here in this big event. And it's happening on January 18, which is on Tuesday next week, up to the 20th. So it's spread over 3 days of learning and relearning and unlearning.
Relearning and unlearning. That is so true, no? For us to be able to really pick up new things, we have to unlearn the things that we have previously learned and been doing. But reimagineering is your theme, Lucien. Tell us about this theme. I mean, it's such a big term. Why did we choose this theme for this year's conference?
Well, reimagineering comes from two words. It's imagining and engineering. So it's combining the two words because it simply fits the current situation that we are in right now. As it has happened, the pandemic has just really changed the way we do things, and it also had an impact on how we do promote our brands and do marketing. So definitely, it gives us this thought that it we have to change the way we do things, and the better way of doing that is trying to reimagine and engineer the future of marketing.
Wow, that sounds like a briefing right there. I'm sure when you were talking about in the first meetings of the conference, no, that was basically the briefing of sorts, no, that our president actually gave the entire committee para to shape the experience of the conference. Given that, Orly, I'd like to ask you as a programs head, what was it that went into your head and that made you design the conference in such a way that you designed it? No? What were these thoughts? What were the thought processes that you had to go through, given that?
First things first, just to make it clear, the program is not designed solely by me. I initiated it, but I give credit to all the leaders of the Philippine Marketing Association, most especially the board, because it's a collaborative effort. That's the reason how we gave birth to this program. But initially, as I'm tasked to create a framework, I'm a fan of Kenichi Omei's Strategic 3C, the competition, customer, and company. And I felt some lessons from that framework. And of course, the program starts from the macroeconomic perspective, going to uh, the environment and the different collaborations and network that we do as a marketers need. And last but not the least, it goes home to us, the individuals who are running the different marketing strategies. So that's basically from outside to inside. That's the program, and that's the value that you'll get out from attending this event.
Oh, that's beautiful. So if anyone out there is actually thinking about designing a program, that's something that you can pick up from Orly right now. Diba? So para na tayo nagsaseminar ngayon. So I just like to give a shout out. No? We have viewers right now. And if you have questions for us, please feel free to comment. Let us know what you think. Let us know what you would, what any questions that you might have that we can answer. No? So let us know. Or if you just like to say hello, please do so. Please engage with us. Let's make this interactive. It's a very short time that we're together. Let's make it meaty. All right, let's dig into the program. Let's dig into that program, which Orly said is a collaborative effort. So obviously it's a bigger thing, no? With the Orly's framework and everybody else's interests. Let's dig into the program. The program, as I see, has 4 tracks over 3 days. Am I correct? All right. And let's talk about the first day. Obviously, first days, you have your keynote speaker, diba? So, why don't you introduce your keynote speaker to us, Lucien? The one that's going to open and set the tone for everyone. Lucien?
Well, I'm proud to announce that we not only have one but two keynote speakers, and this is
Wow.
from Fama of Procter and Gamble, and Roland Ross from Kumu. Um, and if you notice, Fama is from Procter and Gamble, who has a very corporate background, and Roland Ross, who was a groundbreaking entrepreneur who created Kumu. And the reason why we chose them as keynote is really trying to present how both perspectives coming from the corporate and the entrepreneur um, side is giving responding to the changes that has happened during the pandemic and how they have thrived during this time. And with uh, with Fama, as we fondly call her, um, we're proud that she said yes to this event. It's very hard for her to catch her. And she's based in the U.S. and is one regarded as one of Forbes' most influential women.
Wow.
And so iba, diba? And
Wow. As in, wow. By
yes,
Forbes, diba? No less. And she's
yes.
Pinay.
So this is the first time for the audience to hear about Fama, no? Uh,
Wow.
and we're proud that PMA was able to secure her to give us that keynote speech. And then we have Roland Ross, who, as the audience is quite familiar already, you've probably already encountered a lot about Roland Ross and how he started Kumu. But we're presenting Roland in a different perspective that what inspired him to create Kumu and how Kumu is now really thriving at this period of time during the pandemic, and how it has been growing, and it's not been growing only in the Philippines, but it's growing as a regional brand.
That is heavy. Those two, talagang punch, talagang ano, 1-2 punch na yan, di ba? First day pa lang.
Yeah.
Fama, wow. Yeah, I'm blown. I'm blown away. I'm really blown away. For keynotes pa lang yon. Keynotes pa lang yon. But then, that's first day, no? You talk about someone who's from a corporate perspective, and then someone who's a tech entrepreneur. We have those that will set the groundwork, will get you thinking already. But what are those other things that we can expect from the day during that first track of yours? I'd like to ask Orly this time.
Yes, for the first track of day one, we also have Asian Marketing Trends for 2022 by Roger Wang of the Marketing Institute of Singapore. Roger Wang is a known speaker in the marketing professional or in the different associations of marketing all over Asia. At the same time, we will be having an open forum of relevant and responsive marketing during and beyond the pandemic. And these thought leaders like Consul Nina Mangyo, owner of Unlimited Korean Barbecue, Samyup Masarap as one of her companies, a growing company during the pandemic. Of course, Sir Greg Banson, CEO and EVP of Century Pacific Food Incorporation. And last but not the least, Abin Ong, another Agora awardee, founder and CEO of Friendly Group of Companies. These companies thrived during the pandemic. It's interesting to tinker or get to know their insights on how they made this growth possible despite the challenges of this pandemic. So that's the
It's
uh, track one of day one.
It's track one of day one. So you have your one punch of keynote speakers, and then you have all of these, and you have another international speaker as well as different entrepreneurs, no? So ano ba ang takeaway natin for track one? Track one pa lang tayo, di ba? Ano ba ang takeaway na that you're hoping that your delegates will get from this track?
Well, I definitely it's all about the pressing issues that hound us at this point in time. Now that the new normal has happened, it's really important to recognize and take into consideration all the forces that shape us in making our marketing plan. So ito yung mga issues about sustainability, climate change, inclusion, and these are the things that the first half of the day on the first day, which is the first track, is all about.
Beautiful. So yeah, that's something to look forward to. First day pa lang yan, no? At umaga pa lang yun, di ba?
Umaga
Meron
pa
pang
lang.
hapon. Busog na busog ka na sa umaga.
Na.
Ang bigat ng umaga, pero kasing bigat din yung hapon. Sige, tell us about the second track. Your second track happens in the afternoon. I see that it's entitled Optimizing Collaboration in a Fragmented World. Wow. Tell us about this fragmentation. You have another keynote speaker here setting that tone for the afternoon. Orly, you want to tell us about your keynote?
Yes, this keynote is, of course, Dr. Ronald Holmes, a political scientist of full-time professor of De La Salle University, will tackle confluence and synergy as a key to marketing survival in this harsh reality. This one is interesting because as a marketer, we always use pestle, but this time around, you'll be able to see how a political scientist using pestle talks about marketing in its application about our businesses, no, in this very fragmented world. So that's Dr. Ronald Holmes for you as our keynote speaker.
May tanong ako sa iyo, Orly, about Mr. Holmes. You know, he leads Pulse Asia, 'di ba? Napakatunog ng they do. Would you think that he has something for us about what's going to happen on May 2022?
Well, actually, we had an email exchange. This is quite jittery about Philippine Marketing Association because, like, we are also the first. We have repeat speakers now, all sometimes, but this is the first time that Dr. Ronald Holmes will be talking in the Philippine Marketing Association. So this is the GMM. This is the first time in the National Marketing Conference. And in this current time, kaya naman, let's wait and see because he's really preparing for his talk.
Safe
in
ka.
Yes, definitely. So, tingnan natin.
No, but knowing what they do, diba? I'm sure may glimpse yan. Anyway, go ahead. Tell us about the other tracks, the other topics.
Yes, the other tracks is an international topic that's changing Asian consumers. So all our attendees will benefit from the different perspective coming from our Asian neighbors, coming from thought leaders in different Asian markets. Like you have Anubat, sorry if I'm not pronouncing it right, Charlem Chai of Head of Ceramic Business, SCG Cement, President of the Marketing Association of Thailand, and you have Datuk Dr. Marimutu Nadason, Deputy President, Institute of Marketing, Malaysia. And last but not the least, we have Hoyung Jung, Executive Insights Director of Hankook Research Company. Interesting enough, I researched Hankook Research Company. It's one of the most trusted market research company in South Korea. So it's interesting to know, to learn from these three Asian neighbors, how their consumers are really reacting to the changes that are taking place right now. And next is, of course, if we have the international, we also have our local superpowers under Atif Tap. That's branding roadmaps for the new world. We have the Dr. Luz Suplico Yong, full-time professor, marketing and advertising department of College of Business, De La Salle University. Of course, Sir Bench Encarnacion, director and associate secretary, PMA Council of Marketing Educators, and another Agora awardee, as I might say, Dr. Reynaldo Bautista Jr., Director, Center for Business Research and Development, RBR College of Business de La Salle University. So they, at TipTop, always come up with a lot of research or case study papers about consumers, and it's interesting to know ano na nga ba talaga yung correct roadmap for brands to take in this changing environment that we have. And
Let me just interrupt you there,
yes.
Orly. Kasi very interesting that you have these local powerhouses. But you also mentioned that our guest from Korea is from one of the most trusted research companies, and I know that he actually sent us what he's going to be talking about. So this might be the best time to actually show, so that we will have an idea of who to expect from that track. Is that okay? Yes. All right. Sige, let's show the video.
Hi everyone, my name is Ho Young-jung, Executive Insights Director at Hanguk Research. I'll be talking about some of the latest developments in Korean consumer landscape with focus on millennials and Generation Z. I'll be also sharing some of the marketing cases and examples in Korea. Good thing is that the title of my discussion is Playtime with Customers is Our Job. So let's play and have some fun at 2 p.m. January 18th, 2022.
Oh, interesting. Playtime with our consumers is our job. All right. So let's play. Sige, tuloy natin to. I mean, guys, day one pa lang to. Day one pa lang to. If this is getting you excited, because I know I am, if this is getting you excited, go to our website and register right now, philippinemarketing.org. That website will direct you to the page where you can register, and just type in your information and join us on Tuesday. But then we continue our discussion. Sige, let's blow their minds, Orly. What else do we have?
For the next topic, it's a new concept that really become prominent during the pandemic. That's circular economy towards sustainability and growth. It will be discussed by Teddy Monroy, Country Representative of United Nations Industrial Development Organization. If you want to know more about circular economy, this is the best conference to attend and get to know it in relation to your business and marketing. And last but not least, for track 2 of day 1, we have a panel discussion. This format is the first time that PMA is introducing, wherein there's a main speaker and there'll be reactors. So we have the topic is advertising dead, our living brands, the next leap. And I'd just like to transfer the floor to our president, Luke, because he is the one that introduced and really pushed for this topic. So, Pres Luke, take it away for this particular topic.
Okay, what's in your head, Luke? What's in your head? Come on, tell us.
No, actually, especially now that most of the companies and brands are really moving towards digital, and the consumption of consumers is really greater on digital. I think it's best at this time to really question if advertising as in general is still effective in the digital space. So if you notice, most of the things that you see on social, for example, for Facebook or YouTube, most of the kind of advertisements that you see is either intrusive or it does not engage you well enough. And I remember back then when we were already preparing for the digital transformation that was going to happen 10 years ago. People were wondering how it is to advertise on digital. now that it is the main medium, uh, we are we haven't really given much thought on how what's the most appropriate approach in using the platform, because to me it's still the traditional kind of advertising that you see, um even if the TVCs, for example, the 30 seconders have progressed into long form commercials, it's still a commercial. That's why, is it really resonating with the audience on the proper use of the medium?
So that is something that we will be talking about with Jacqueline Thang. Why don't we meet Jacqueline right now? Can we play that video?
Hi everyone. I'm inviting all to come and join the Philippine Marketing event next year, where we think about how to reimagine the future of marketing. And I think this event is going to be amazing, right? We have a lot of people from the best in class in Philippines. I'm thrilled and very honored to be invited as one of the guest panelists to be talking about how you can reimagine your brand for the future. I don't think you can get somebody better with the deep experience that I have in Southeast Asia and especially in Philippines, where I work on multiple leading brands. And these are some of the best brands who have reimagined the future. And let's think about what we can do next.
Let's think about what we can do next. That's what she said. What's unique? I know that there's something unique about this particular panel. You want to tell us? Sino bang magkukwento nun? Is it Orly or Lucien?
Ako, syempre ako.
Ano na lang,
Oo.
parang I think yung the one in the afternoon is really uh, it's really talking about how to thrive at the present situation in terms of planning how to engage your consumer, and at the same time how to make your brand contribute to the community. And so those topics that we've lined up for that session really covers all those questions, especially for example, about advertising. I'm just so happy that we were able to get Jacqueline Thing um, as the thought provoker of our question for advertising.
Since this is actually a thought-provoking question, let me ask you, Lucien, is it dead? Is advertising dead? What are your thoughts?
Advertising should be redefined, reimagined, and re-engineered. That's my answer.
There you go. There you go. Let's do it. All right, quickly. That's day one, guys. Day one. Day one pa lang yan. So quickly, go now to our website, philippinemarketing.org, and go there and just register. Join us on the 18th. Let's talk about day two quickly. I
First
think
day,
yes, sorry.
just like to mention the reactors that will embody the questions that Press Look has in mind. They are Jim Guzman, Director of Digital Marketing Center for Excellence of Unilab. And you have George Winicki, President, Association of Filipino Franchisers, Inc. And of course, another Agora. These are Agora award, Sir George, and Marvin Chulin, Chief Growth and Development Officer of Mega Global Corporation. And before I end, shout out to Nato Agbayani. He's watching, and another host of TNC. So hi, Nato.
And not to mention, si Marvin is the president of PANA, the current.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right. So you have big advertisers, diba? You have big advertisers, and you also have small advertisers, no? Well, small to medium advertisers here. So different perspectives in how they use advertising, different iba-ibang hugot, iba-ibang budgets, iba-ibang hugot. So that's gonna be a very interesting discussion to close out day one. All right. So that's day one. Let's talk about day two. You also again have another speak. My goodness, this session, this conference has a lot of keynotes, a lot of thoughts, a lot of thought provokers. So you have another keynote address. Orly, you want to tell us about that on day 2? This is day 2, January 19.
Yes. So the track is integrative marketing transformation. Funny thing about this, there's a contradiction between day two's track and day three's track. No, there's the fragmentation. Now you have to integrate. Siyempre, when you destroy something, you have to build. So that's the springboard of track three, the integrative marketing transformation after being fragmented. So we have the keynote speaker, building brand to thrive in the new world. Of course, none other than one of the most awarded chief marketing officer of Asia. So I remember that time when she was awarded, given that title across Asia. No? We have Miss Margot Torres, managing director of McDonald's Philippines, doing the keynote. And of course, I'd like to give the floor to Preslook kasi mas kakilala ni Preslook, pati yung topic medyo as a brand also, I want Preslook to give a more in-depth insight on the keynote of Miss Margot. Preslook?
Well, about her, I'm really excited about what Margot will say this time in giving her keynote, because it's really trying to um, share her experience on how McDonald's has really thrived during the time of the pandemic, and how she has elevated McDonald's role into the community. And in fact, she would be also be sharing about her experience in trying to keep the brands alive through her efforts with IATF, in terms of encouraging the consumers and the brands, uh, how to thrive during the lockdown, and keeping the public, reminding the public about how to keep safe, and keeping safety for the sake of our economy. So yun, so it's really exciting. It's really exciting. I'm really excited
Yeah.
about what Margot will say.
That is something to look forward to. You're right, no? You destroyed something in day one. Now you're building it up, and Margot is the perfect person to do that because their business is really affected. Go ahead, Orly. You have other topics.
Yes. For the next topic, we have serving and engaging with today's hyper-connected consumers under Vince Yamat, Managing Director of 917 Ventures. For those who are first to hear about 917 Ventures or 917 Ventures, they are like an incubation supporting different startup companies, no? And they have created some, or trying to create unicorns in the startup industry. That's why it's interesting to learn from Mr. Vince Yamat how they do it and how do they engage, because startups are, when we talk about startup, it's all about technology. It's synonymous to technology, and how do they engage the different pain points of the consumers, hyper-connected consumers, in the different startups that they are supporting and trying to push to different brands. And next, going beyond digital transformation under Ding Dong Kaharian, President and CEO of GMA New Media. Another um, interesting topic. How do a traditional media now using digital as another alternate, additional weapon or tool for brands to, reach a new level of, how do I say it, communication, marketing communication. So again, going beyond digital transformation, we get to know from a traditional media company now, uh, highly involved in the digital space, how what's their perspective and insight on this changing tools of a marketer, no? How brands use it, or how can brands effectively use this uh, digital space, and transform their company as well. And next, remote and hybrid marketers of the future. This one is an HR component, may HR component. So we have Patrick Gentry of a co-founder and CEO of Sprout Solutions, an HR solution. And next, we have, of course, a thought leader in the HR industry, in the HR space, President and CEO of Breakthrough Leadership Management Consultancy, none other than Boris Wakil. So Sa Amerika, meron tinatawag na Great Resignation, di ba? So, dito ba applicable yun? We've been discussing that Great Resignation. I've been talking a lot about Great Resignation and asking different thought leaders sa PMAP na kakilala ko. So, totoo ba yan sa Pilipinas? Kasi nakikita ko rin. But again, this topic will allow, kung magagaling yung marketing staff nyo, tapos umaalis pala, di paano na yung marketing campaign nyo? So, this topic is dedicated to our companies who are having a big problem managing this marketeers na talaga namang they have different needs right now, and how do we keep them, those talented people, no? So
Very interesting.
kahit ako may goosebump ako, kaya ang hirap mag-maintain ng mga tao eh. Ito na,
That's
good,
true,
di ba?
ha?
President, kung wala kang magaling na tao, kahit na maganda ang marketing strategy mo,
That is
useless
true.
yun because nobody can
That is
implement
so
that.
true.
So
Yeah, that's
So-
one of the things that we'll be discussing in that session. Kasi yun nga, it's also happening here. It's also happening here that the pandemic has actually made people realize about the views, how they work. All of a sudden, there's already that breakthrough that we're able to work from home, di ba? And given that it has opened up a lot of parang Pandora's box, di ba? That there are several opportunities that people are realizing that through online, through digital, that they're able to work, and it's one of those perspectives that companies and even business owners should really consider, because it's really the workforce who's really going to drive your business, and recognizing first what is the current need of the workforce.
You
So
know,
that
there is this gig economy, diba? That we've been talking about for the longest time. It seems to be such an underground economy before the pandemic, but now it seems to be the mainstream one. So I'd like to get their thoughts on that, on how that is going to progress, if it will, and it probably will,
Yeah.
in the next years going forward. All
Yeah.
right, thank you. Okay, I know we have one last.
Yes,
Before we
to
close
cap our day 2, we have a panel discussion, and another important aspect that is sweeping the Philippines, of course, nauna yan sa other parts of the world, is the role of fintech in the future of marketing. It used to be a niche topic, but now it's because of the pandemic, it became one of the most important aspects that a company should have, a fintech tool to progress or to forward their business. So it will be discussed by Carlito Villanueva, EVP and Chief Innovation and Inclusion Officer, RCBC. In the bank industry, RCBC is one of the most awarded banks because of its innovation in the fintech side. And then you have Lucia, co-founder and Chief Commercial Officer of PayMongo, another titan in the fintech industry in our country. Of course, we have David Almirol, founder, Multisys Technology Corporation. To some, if you don't know Multisys, they are the creator of Safe PH. So again, another important aspect of fintech, another titan in the fintech industry. And last but not the least, you have Winsley Bangit, Chief Customer Officer of GCash. Again, as we all know, GCash is a unicorn in the fintech industry. So again, they will be discussing about fintech and how marketers can maximize, or companies can maximize, this fintech in growing their business. So that caps our day 2.
That caps day 2. Lucien, let us know what marketers can take away from this particular day on day 2.
It's really, everybody's talking about Omni, no? Right now. It's really trying to consider all the platforms and available outlets where you can really promote and create that consumer journey into your marketing plan. And the key thing is trying to integrate these little elements into one whole seamless seamless journey that or seamless model, sorry, a seamless model that you can create. And the topics that are being discussed for day 2 are the things that you would greatly consider in trying to come up with an integrated marketing plan.
There you go. There you go. That's day 1 and day 2. That's you start your year with this particular conference so that you know what aspects and what elements to watch out for in your marketing plan. So I'd like to ask now these two gentlemen to, invite our viewers, our listeners, to the conference. Maybe quickly invite them. Orly?
Yes, if you're a marketing professional or an entrepreneur, or you want to know more about marketing to make your business successful, then this is the go-to event, not only in the Philippines but in Southeast Asia and even Asia. A lot of international attendees during the NMC, during the pre-pandemic, attends the NMC because they know that the Philippines create a great program. And this one is, I think, one of the best programs that you can have in starting your year as a marketer, as a successful company or an entrepreneur. So register now and see you there.
Register now. See you there. One of the best ones that you can attend to start your year. Lucien?
Me, I'd like to invite everyone, all the marketers out there who's been wanting to create that change for themselves, the change for their companies, the change on how to improve our community. This is the perfect event for you. If you're feeling lost, or if you're feeling you want some guidance, this is really the event for you that will help you trigger your thoughts about how we can reimagine and re-engineer the future through marketing. And I encourage you to register through the Philippine Marketing .org and register for the National Marketing Conference happening on January 18 to 20, starting on Tuesday. So it's really going to be a fruitful 3 days of learning.
Fruitful 3 days. You should clear your calendar. We talked about day 1 and day 2, which means we still have day 3, and we will discuss that tomorrow. Remember, this is a 3-part series. So we will discuss that part 3 tomorrow. Mabigat din po yun. As in, sobrang bigat din po nun. It is something that you would not want to miss because we have destroyed something in day 1. We're building something on day 2. What do we do with what we're building? What is the purpose? That's what we will talk about when we come together on day 3, which we will discuss tomorrow. So, yes, ladies and gentlemen, the website to register is philippinemarketing.org. And you go there, register, give us your details, and we will take care of your learning starting Tuesday. You still have time to bring yourself, your team, your colleague, buong barangay, mga kaibigan. Let's go there together. Let's reimagineer together. So thank you so much, Orly and Lucien. Guys, tomorrow we will be back for day 3 and all of the other things that you can do during the conference. How can you maximize your stay in the conference? What other things can you do? There's so much learning. But then what else? What for your network? We have exhibits. We have networking. We'll tell you how to maximize that tomorrow. So ladies and gentlemen, see you tomorrow right here on TNC at 4 o'clock. This has been Faith Abaño of the Philippine Marketing Association. See you tomorrow. God bless you all.
Dear fellow marketers, I hope you are all safe and well. As we traverse the road to recovery, it is imperative that we as brands continue to pivot and address the ever-changing needs of our consumers. According to the consumer trend research by Cadence International, 58% of Asia-Pacific consumers believe it is important for brands to lead meaningful initiatives in their communities. Gone are the days when it's all about profit. Everything should be preceded by purpose. This is a time wherein brands can play a bigger role in the lives of consumers to add value beyond products. As marketers, this poses a challenge to us to find that sweet spot to drive growth for the company and value for the people. With this, I'd like to invite you all to the 51st National Marketing Conference with the theme of Reimagineering, the future of marketing on January 18th, 2022. Let us all take this opportunity to learn from each other on how we can strategically utilize digital tools, trends, and data to innovate on how we do marketing. So looking forward to see you all soon.